both cases. So this is People versus Christopher Moore, cases 24-1589 SM and case number 24-1136 SM. 2 charges of domestic violence. Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jessica Davidoff for the People, P86743.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Moore, who's present on Zoom. Your Honor, as to the new charge, there's an arraignment for domestic violence. To waive reading of the complaint, stand mute, request a personal bond.
All right. You're not guilty plea.
That's on the case that happened in September of last year, but was just issued this year.
Your Honor, may I?
Yes.
First off, Your Honor, it is my understanding that the complaint of the defendant was supposed to be here in person. We were here previously on a bond violation where the defendant was ordered by Judge Shackelford to come in person and he was not. Therefore, a warrant was issued for his arrest. Furthermore, in between that case and this case, a new warrant was issued where that involved the same complaining witness. It was a felony case in which it was charged as a home invasion third, I believe, regardless of home invasion at the very least, and again, another domestic violence with the same complaining witness. The defendant continuously fails to appear in court, and I ask that, one, there is a bench warrant issued for his failure to appear today in person instead of Zoom, as he was ordered. And second of all, Your Honor, I do ask that a GPS tether be put on him when he does appear in court.
In response to his failure to appear, he stated he did not receive any written notice that he had to be here in court.
All right. Mr. Moore, can you stop moving, please? Thank you.
I'm trying to, Your Honor. I got to have 2 hip replacements, shoulder replacement, and I'm currently ill.
So you don't move. It's very irritating when you're walking around like that. It's just distracting.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So why aren't you here in court today?
Ms. Butcher told me of the court date today, which I thought this was the court date for the domestic. I don't know where all these charges keep coming from, Your Honor. I just was arrested 3-4 days ago at the house, and I just posted a $500 bond.
Your Honor, may I briefly? He just stated that he was told by Ms. Butcher about the contact, about the date of today's case. He's supposed to have no contact with the complaining witness per the bond in the other cases. He just admitted to having contact with the complaining witness.
How do you admit that?
He said Ms. Butcher told him of the date to be in court.
Okay.
He texted me.
So, Mr. Moore, where are you currently?
I'm at my uncle's house.
What city is that in? And Mr. Moore, again, can you stand still, please, and quit moving? Thank you. What city are you in, Mr. Moore?
In Michigan.
Okay, and why aren't you here in court today?
I didn't receive any court paperwork. Ms. Butcher texted me saying I had court today. And I don't know nothing about a home invasion other than I just received paperwork that said I had a misdemeanor breaking and entering.
All right, so was he scheduled to be in court in person here today?
It is my understanding that it was supposed to be in person. I can double. Yes, it says on the docket itself that it was in person.
Is that on the newer case or the?
On the domestic violence, the newer case, but again, there was a bench warrant issued for him previously for another domestic violence case where he failed to appear for a bond violation.
Is there an indication that he posted some sort of bond on either of these files?
It would be on the file, I believe.
Yeah, you're not looking in the right place. I don't see anything. I don't see anything written on the file. I mean, he hasn't been arraigned.
Paperwork right here, if that helps.
And so you're reporting that you paid a $500 bond on a case?
Yes, sir. I just Posted the bond on case 24-1136-SM.
You paid a $500 cash bond.
Yep, 725 at 24.
And how did you, were you picked up?
Yeah, I was picked up at her residence. Playing with my son in the front yard.
Okay, you know there was a no contact provision. You understand that?
No, Your Honor, and that's what I was addressing with the last attorney, is that me and Miss Butcher were told by the CPS worker that there was a PPO. The PPO I was never served with. So I really don't understand what's going on. All this strain from an eviction notice, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, could the defendant not be questioned anymore? It seems to be incriminating himself, that he has constitutional rights. He doesn't have to.
Yes, for sure. I'm just trying to get some idea of.
But regarding the no contact order, Your Honor, Judge Shackelford does a thorough job at explaining what a no contact order means. And again, we were here for a bond violation via Zoom. She asked him to appear the very next day in person, and he failed to do so. And a capias was issued. He has multiple cases within this one courtroom.
May I say something? I was in front of Slavin. There was never nothing discussed in front of Shackelford for no contact.
More quiet, please. Don't talk.
Just want to verify that there's the no contact provision in the bond. Yeah, there was there was supposed to be a in-court hearing on June 13th, 2024 at 10:30. So he was to appear in person. I see that in the notes. And the bond was set at $5,000. Was that a 10% bond?
Can you hear me? That new paperwork for the this home invasion they're talking about that just says it's a misdemeanor breaking and entering that I just got yesterday.
Regardless if it was a home invasion or breaking and entering, again, it is a violation of this court's order to have no contact with the complaining witness. And again, it's another assaultive crime that was picked up with the same complaining witness. And I think at least 2 cases that we have now with him, if not more. So this would have been a 3rd case.
Is there a felony charge out there as well?
The intern's grabbing my computer. I'm going to check it real quick. I believe there was a felony, but I could be mistaken. But he is, again, ordered to be in person. He fails to appear every time we need to be in court. The last time we were here, I think, was in the beginning of June. And he's, again, failing to appear in person. And at this point, and continuously is picking up new cases with the same complaining witness. And as he stated, he was at her home with the child. And he himself stated that.
If we could just, since you're supposed to be here in person, could we just reschedule this for next week? Tell them right now to be here in person so I can have access to all those files. I'm not aware of this other file, this felony file and so on, and have a chance to talk to the defendant in person, in private.
Your Honor, my fear is that he won't come. That's what happened last time, and he did not appear.
So what do you suggest? I mean, we're gonna arraign him on he's waived the reading of the complaint. I'm gonna set a bond. But
I asked that a warrant be issued. I mean,
for not appearing.
for not appearing in person. Zoom is not, it is an in-person schedule.
Well, one was issued on the first case, and he reports it's been paid, but I don't think there's any notation in the file of that being paid yet.
And Your Honor,
So, the warrant that was issued on the 20.
Your Honor, just to clarify for the record, it was a home invasion 3rd degree that and a domestic violence. This was issued on I believe late last week for an incident that occurred on July 12th of 2024.
July 12th.
I just paid a $500 bond 3 days ago.
Your Honor, I would just ask the court once again, just the defendant's on, he's present in court by Zoom. Advise him to appear next week. That way we'll have all the files here and be able to go handle everything and find out what bonds have been paid on what cases. That's what I'm asking.
Say something.
Mr. Moore, please.
Your Honor, I believe he's smoking as well on Zoom.
Yeah, would you put the cigarette out, Mr. Moore?
I'm not smoking it. It's a vape.
We can
It's
see
a
the smoke.
vaporizer thing for the air, a humidifier or dehumidifier or something.
Okay, right. Okay, got it.
Sorry.
When you're on Zoom, it's like you're being in court, okay? And
I
you don't
understand.
walk around when you're in court, you don't smoke, you behave respectfully, and walking around and smoking is not acting respectfully, you understand?
Your Honor, it's a humidifier thing. It's my uncle's house. And as far as the walking around, like I said, I have health issues. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean no disrespect.
Okay, well, all right, so we need you to come to court, Mr. Moore, next week in Taylor. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
August 5th, 9 a.m.
What's the next date?
August 5th at 9 a.m. will work.
August 5th at 9 a.m. Here at the 23rd District Court.
What day is that on, sir?
Monday.
Monday, August 5th.
And you need to come to court and post a bond with the Taylor Police before that. You understand?
I just posted bond three days ago on the 25th.
Yeah, but we have a new charge now from September 14th, 2023, and it's a $1,000, actually 10,000, 10%.
Okay, Your Honor.
Concerned for the safety. Let me finish speaking, Mr. Moore. I'm concerned for the safety of the victim and your non-appearance. So before you come to court, within the next 24 hours, you need to come to the Taylor District Court or the Taylor Police Department and post a 10,000, 10% bond on case number 24-1589 SM. And those bond conditions are to come to court when you're required, don't violate laws or ordinances, advise the court of changes of address or telephone number. What is your current address, by the way? You need to give it to us.
I just did. I just gave it to the attorney. The reason I also haven't come to court is because I asked Ms. Shackelford to recluse herself from the case because she has a personal vendetta, hence a $100,000 no 10% for an eviction notice.
So no contact, direct or indirect, with the alleged victim. And you're not to appear at the victim's residence or go within 1 mile of the victim's residence. You're not to possess firearms or other weapons.
I'm a felon, sir. I can't own a firearm if I wanted to. I will be bringing, however, I tried contacting the Internal Affairs Division, contacted Taylor PD, I contacted Detective Johnson. At this point, I'm just at wit's end because I keep getting hemmed up by Taylor for all these charges, which I have for the domestic, which I thought I was in here for today on, where it says I'm the victim of the domestic and I have medical documentation. She broke my hand. CPS threatened Miss Butcher and told her if she didn't press charges, they would take our kid from us.
Mr. Moore, please. Let's wait till we can talk in private.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I also have video and audio recordings of Taylor PD trying to set me up with a firearm.
You broke
Mr.
your
Moore.
hand because you punched me.
Mr. Moore, we have to take this by steps. And right now the judge ordered on the new charge from the last year, you got to post a bond. We're going to have a hearing week, we'll be able to go more in detail. But don't talk. The more you talk, the more you mess up your defense.
Yeah, but I'm not lying about nothing, so I don't see why I got Taylor trying to set me up with a firearm.
Sir, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
All
All right? Please, be quiet.
So both of these hearings are both next Monday at 9 a.m. They're both in person. You need to post a bond by within 24 hours of 10% of 10,000, or turn yourself into custody at the Taylor Police Department. Do you understand, Mr. Moore?
Yeah, I understand. Hopefully I die of my cancer before that comes, but yeah, I understand. Are we good, man? Because I really want to get off the phone because you guys are just, you're sucking my fucking will to live, man.
Oh, geez.
Anything further with Mr. Moore?
Nothing further from the people.
Mr. Gazicki, anything further? No. Do you have any questions any questions, Mr. Moore?
No, I can't come up with another 1,000. I just had to borrow 500. I'm dying of cancer. Need my hips replaced.
Mr. Moore, you have to turn
Yeah,
yourself
I'm good,
into
man.
the
Just get me
Taylor.
out of here. I'm good.
Mr. Moore, you have to turn yourself into the Taylor Police Department within 24 hours, either to post bond or to submit to custody pending the next court date.
We'll do so via more. All right, guys, have a good man.
Yes, Mr. Anna and I would speak.
All right, the record should reflect that Mr. Moore was hung up while we were still discussing the cases.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Gazicki, anything else on Mr. Moore's case?
Not on Mr. Moore, but there is a Mr. Scarcliffe, I believe it is, that has to be arraigned on Zoom.
Your Honor, can I talk to Ms. Butcher in a breakout room, please?
Sure.
Thank you.